hard, really well. There were 2 times in that game, basically a 6 or 7 minute period that was the difference in the game.
Right.
I think the younger kids, the difference between how fast the varsity game moves and how fast the JV game moves is a huge difference. I think we had the right ideas on doing a lot of things, but and Nate Metallic, who's obviously going to be the leader of this team, very impressed with his floor game last night and his ability to see people. So on that, I'll give it to you and see if you agree, disagree, or can add. Or
I have not fully statted out the game. I watched a little bit of it, but trying to get ready for North Montgomery. But I would agree the same thing. There were, I think unofficially we had 18 turnovers, but we had 10 assists in the first quarter. So on every basket we scored in the first quarter, we had an assist. And so, you speak to the speed of the game and all of that. But I also think it goes back to just what kind of kids we have, because as I said before, the week of preparation was excellent. Our kids got in, they worked hard. Everything we asked them to do and try to execute, they did. So, sometimes it comes down to a game of runs, and there were 2 runs in there that Beech Grove had. I mean, obviously we had ours at the start. We just never got another one like that. But, again, that's a credit to Beech Grove. But, in terms of our kids, I mean, again, I think our week of preparation, we knew we were going to play well on Friday night.
Yeah. Well, this is, for anybody watching here, this is ever popular, increasingly popular afternoon Saturday game. I was looking at our schedule here. We have about 4 of those this year, I believe. A little bit different. I kind of enjoy it. You got a North Montgomery team coming in here that is struggling to score this year. They struggled last year a little bit. And my guess would be this will be a completely different kind of a game than what we saw last night.
Yes, it's 2 different contrasting styles, but there's nothing wrong with that either, because you, as well as you know, when you get in the sectional, sometimes you're going to play opponents that will be 2 totally different opponents. But yeah, North Montgomery right now, a little bit young in some places. Then they do have some seniors, but they are struggling to score the basketball. But we're hoping that we just take care of what we can take care of. And I know it sounds simple, it sounds cliche, but we're really going to look to meet our goals on defense, hold them below 58 points, get 58% of the rebounds, really contest their shots, hold them below 40%, and then try to cause more than 13 turnovers. We feel like if we play defense, meet those goals, that everything else will take care of itself. I would look for them to start in man, but I have a feeling there might be some zone in there, which is okay, because we need to learn to attack that, because I think over the course of the year, we're going to see different defenses as well. I mean, in addition to playing teams like Beech Grove that play straight man, I think we're going to see some zone. I also think at some point somebody's going to try to play a box and one on Nate. So I'll be interested to see how we attack the zone, but I'm really comfortable with that, because I think if Creighton and Landon play well down low, and then on the perimeter, of course, you got Cody that can shoot a little bit, Nate, Devin, and then Camden Bennett will come in. But I think our size inside hopefully will win out. But then also, too, I think we're going to get after them. It's an afternoon game, like you said. Even though our legs may be a little bit dead, we're going to get up and press a little bit, try to cause them, try to wreak some havoc on them, make them uncomfortable. But then we're also going to see a lot of people coming in and out, too, because, last night, if you watched the game, Cody Finters had some severe leg cramps. But our kids really, they poured out a lot of things. So I will say this, too, about them. They have a lot of guys that I think are very dangerous. So I think streaky, too. So if they make some shots early, I think there's a left-handed Jared Kirsch. He plays really hard. Their main guys, Colby Harwood, who's a 6'2 sophomore, starting Devin Robinson on him, but be interested to see how we deal with him. Takes shots, and then we've got to box out, because they are aggressive on the offensive boards. If you look down through the report, must box them out, So, but I also think our transition offense will be key. Creighton, Bennett, DeMola running to the block, and then of course I'd run down there because Nate's going to find you and score. So that's the plan, but it'll be a little different.
And it'll be a night where your younger players will, you talked a minute ago, see and recognize the fact that every game is not the same.
Right.
And a lot of players don't always understand that as they grow up. They might have a good game one night against a particular team and think, well, it's going to happen the next night too. Right. And it's completely different. Right. So real quick, keys of the game, you mentioned a few there. And
keys of the game, I think, is just us being fundamental and us keeping it simple, which is what we did last night. But I think don't try to play outside of ourselves. We don't want to do anything that we haven't practiced all week long. Because, again, in the week of preparation, not only were we preparing for Beech Grove, but we were preparing for North Montgomery, knowing that if we take care of our business, then we'll be okay. So I will say this, too. This morning our kids, our high school kids coach our 3rd and 4th graders. And after a hard game, you'd think kids come in. They were great this morning with the 3rd and 4th graders cheering, all of those things. So I kudos to our kids that came in and our coaches. And a great program that we've been running for a while. So I just wanted to get that in.
Oh, sure.
We'll definitely see you after the game.
Okay. All right. We'll see you after the game, and we'll be back in a little bit with the lineups and a play-by-play. Welcome back, basketball fans, to Pollard Gymnasium for today's varsity game featuring the North Montgomery Chargers, our visitors, and the Speedway Spark Plugs. I'm here with Shane Clampett, Speedway educator and head football coach. Coach, coming back, I talked to Coach Ben, a little bit different, playing an afternoon game after a Friday night game. What kind of effect, if any, do you think? I know they're all 16, 17, 18-year-olds, but
honestly, I think it may be a good thing. They don't dwell too much. I thought they played well last night. And they got up this morning. They were with the 3rd and 4th grade basketball kids, and that brings a lot of energy, and then a little walkthrough and get ready for tonight. So I talked to a few of the players after the game, and their spirits were pretty high, and they were looking forward to coming out tonight and hopefully getting their first win. So I think we're all excited, and hopefully it's a great night for the Plugs.
Yeah.
Day for the Plugs.
Day for the Plugs. North Montgomery off to a rocky start. They're 0-2, and I told you a little bit ago of the years I've gone to games at North Montgomery. If anybody from North Montgomery is watching, they've got one of the best game day atmospheres, at least when I've gone to attended games out there. A lot of fun playing out there, but off to a rocky start. They're 0-2. They've lost to Fountain Central and Southmont, having difficulty scoring. Last year they averaged 40 a game. The year before that, 39, and so far this year they're averaging around 28. Very difficult. I told Coach Bennett this will be completely different than last night's game, went up and down. I just don't see Northmont trying to do that today.
No, Coach Arnold at Northmont, when he got the job 3 or 4 years ago, he does a nice job of pounding the ball inside, and they'll be really patient. They got some football players, some big kids, so I expect them to attack us inside. I expect our quickness and our guards maybe to have a little bit of advantage today, looking at the teams and kind of the way things shake out tonight.
Sure. Just real quick, at least for the Northmont Chargers, start a 3-guard lineup. Jared Kirsch, a 5'11 junior, number 4. Colton Zachary, a 5'8 senior, number 5. Ross Dyson, a 5'9 junior, number 11. Leading scorer as a sophomore, Kelby Harwood, 6'2", averaging around 11 a game. Kelby's number 21, and Drew Norman, 6'2 senior, number 31, averaging about 5 rebounds a game. Speedway's going with the same lineup as they did last night. Nate McTallick and Cody Fenners at guards, Landon Short, Devin Robinson at the forwards, and Creighton Bennett at center position. Again, Cale Bennett is out with a concussion. And I agree with you. Hopefully we have the same sort of effort that we did last night. I think if we do, I think we'll come out with a W. We'll go to Donnie Watson now, our PA announcer.
And the host of Speedway Spark Plugs. The restrooms are located on the 2nd level of the gymnasium in the hallway behind the American flag, and on the lower level of the hallway outside the gym, opposite the team benches. The concession stand is open and is located on the 2nd level of the gym, opposite the American flag. In the spirit of sportsmanship, we ask all fans to act responsibly and courteously to those around them. Abusive language and detrimental conduct is unacceptable at all IHSAA events. Let's afford the players, coaches, and officials the respect they deserve. Thank you for being a good sport. At this time, we're going to ask you please rise, face the flag as we honor our country and the freedoms we enjoy with the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineups. First for the visiting Chargers of North Montgomery. Starting at one guard, 5'11" junior, number 4, Jared Kirsch. At guard, 5'8" senior, number 5, Colton Zachary. At forward, 5'9" junior, number 11, Ross Dyson. At forward, 6'2", sophomore, number 21, Kelly Harwood. And at center this afternoon for the Chargers, a 6'2", senior, number 31, Drew Norman. The Chargers are coached by Chad Arnold. And here's the starting lineup for your Speedway Spark Plugs. At one guard, a 6'5" senior, number 3, Nate Vitale. At guard, 5'11" junior, number 20, Cody Venters. At forward, a 6'4" junior, number 24, Landon Short. At guard, a 5'10" junior, number 32, Devin Robinson. And at the end of the forward is a 6'4" senior, number 52, Creighton Bennett. The Plugs are coached by Charles Bennett, assisted by Jim Burley and Christian Ford. Officials for this afternoon are Ben Abernathy, Greg Kirkham, and Kenneth Yacht.
I've been part of the schools I go together don't always get along real well. A little bit of a rivalry, and I just saw that was a great idea that they do out there.
Yeah, I remember that. I like how they have the kids all line up around the floor when they do the announcements there, and they turn the lights off.
Yeah,
it is a really neat place to play. They got a great community support out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's one thing the Plugs will have to do tonight today is bring their own energy. You know, little less of a crowd here today than last night.
Some days they're blue collar, bring your lunch pail, and I think you're right. This will be one of those days, and if we do that, I got a good feeling about this game.
Yep. Harwood on the wing, enter the ball to the post to Dyson. Back up top, they'll probably be really patient. Like I said, I remember them playing a real patient offense.
And it's not always something that a coach wants to do, but you've got to tailor what you do to the player skills that you have. I think teams that are successful do that every year. You don't get to choose your players like you do in college, and you got to run what's best for your kids.
Especially at the smaller level.
Yeah, oh,
absolutely. I mean, we saw that last night with Coach Bennett playing zone. You know, I know philosophically he would love to play man all the time, but making that adjustment. 21, Hardwood, the leading scorer, swings it. This has already been a possession of about a minute long. Hardwood to Dyson. To Zachary for 3. In.
3-point basket for 5, Colton Zachary.
Nate Metallic will play the point guard and bring it up. Plugs will start in a 4-high set. Cross screen for Bennett, landing short out top. Nate Metallic up top, dribbling right. Looking to get in the lane, drive, charge.
You know, off the air last night or during timeouts, we were talking about Jay Wright when he coached. Every day at practice, they would do 2 jump stop drills, and something that can avoid charges, gives you a better shooting percentage. It doesn't always look as spectacular as the drive, but jumping on two feet is a huge fundamental in my mind.
Oh, yes. It's definitely something that Dyson block shot by Nate. Missed 3, Plugs rebound. But, yeah, you should, try to stay on the ground, with 2 feet. Make sure that you're doing those things. Landon short, driving a foul. I was glad to see Nate attack the basket early, though.
Fouls on 11, Ross Dyson. Landon short at the line, shooting for Speedway.
Landon needs to see one of these go in.
Yes, yeah, he does.
Left that one a little short.
You know, a lot of guys that aren't good free throw shooters don't have great form. Landon does not have bad form at all.
No, Landon's a pretty good shooter. Ooh,
Yeah.
little sideline break for a layup there.
Basket number 4, Harold.
Metallic bringing the ball up the floor. Devin Robinson on the wing. Back to Metallic. Good job of getting in the lane and fouled.
Foul on number 11, Ross Dyson.
You know, Coach Probst, you've been around a long time. How do you practice free throws? It's one of the things that everyone shoots, but it's hard to simulate, you know, that game pressure that you know, because I know Landon can make them when he shoots, you know, before games, after practice, things like that. And I know he's been putting a lot of work in. I've talked to him about it. I know he's practicing and working on it. You know, what did you do when you were a coach?
First of all, if a guy shoots free throws well, I don't care how they shoot. If they go in, I'm going to leave them go. Rick Barry led the NBA in shooting free throws. He shot underhanded. Will Chamberlain was not very good. Hal Greer used to play for the Philadelphia 76ers eons ago. Shot a jump shot. If they go in, I don't care. I think you make yourself a better free throw shooter in the summer.
Yeah.
I think you shoot, and there's no substitute for that. And I think you chart what you do. You have goals. You know, if you're going to shoot 100 a day, keep track of how many so you can beat your previous best, whatever. But I think you shoot all year. It doesn't start just when you're here or during practice.
Yeah, I like that. Shooting with a purpose.
Yeah.
You know, not just shooting around, shooting with a goal in mind.
Good drive. Get in.
Yep. Metallic with an and one. Starting the game off aggressive, really good for the Sparkplugs. Attacking the basket, not settling.
You know, back to your question, we've talked about this several times. I had with Mr. Smith when we did games. Valparaiso High School, 50 years ago, had a coach by the name of Virgil Sweet, and he had everybody in his entire program. I'll finish this at the quarter stop.
Okay. Northmont beats the press, turns it over though. Oh, scramble. The Sparkplugs don't come up with it. Another block shot by Nate Metallic, his second one. I'll tell you, North Montgomery come up with about 4 50-50 balls there.
You know, I'm looking on their scouting report, and on every player, you're going to see the words aggressive, matches energy, great energy. So you're exactly, and Coach Bennett said that before the game. They're going to be
good move by Landon Short for two.
Very scrappy.
Plugs are picking them up full court, trying to pressure them. Good shot by Kelby Hardwood, their leading scorer. 9 points for them. Must feel like an offensive explosion.
An avalanche of.
Spinners on the wing. Spinners is driving.
That's a tough shot.
Yes, it is. Good steal by Metallic. It's got to be a block. Oh, charge. That's Nate Metallic's second, too.
Yeah. I think officials would probably tell you that's the hardest call that they have to make.
You know, that's one you can't get mad at them about because it's such a judgment call. You just got to kind of live with whatever they decide and move forward. As you saw, I thought it was a block, but you know it was close. It was a bang play.
Checked in the 8 for Speedway, number 30, Blessed Danbo.
And trying to look at the glass half full. Might be good for our team, too. Have your leading scorer sitting out for a little while. Put some responsibility on other players.
Yeah.
Sometimes these things actually silver lining.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Nice to see how they respond to this little bit of adversity. Out of bounds, Devin Robinson up top. Turnover, trying to get the ball back to Cody Finners. Out of bounds, Northmont ball. Plugs will be man-to-man, out of bounds under usually. Kirsch with a miss. Landon short with the rebound, bringing the ball up. Picks his dribble up, needs some help here. Creighton Bennett in the mid-post. Step through, miss. Plug.
Creighton kind of got himself, pulled his dribble up there on the baseline and really only had one move to make.
Yeah.
The Chargers for Speedway, number 50, Kansas Bennett.
I do like the substitutions early in this game after a game last night. And
Yeah. Plugs are going to have to use everybody. Landon short, gets fouled again. Back to the line.
you know, the other thing, and I will again get this, but on Landon's,
that looked good. Ooh.
sometimes you back off the lane. There's just little things that.
You know, as a shooter, if I missed long back rim, I always felt really good. I could live with that. I hated when I was short or I missed left or right.
When you don't give it a chance.
Yeah. They beat us down the break again there and missed the layup. Short for three.
Bingo. Confidence.
Yep. He's a skilled kid.
Yeah.
Did come down with the rebound. Put back for Northmont. Plugs trail 11-10, 2 minutes left. Camden Bennett for three. Ooh, big bucket for him. Good to see him shoot that.
Yeah, that's a shot you normally don't expect from.
No, it's good to see him play with some confidence.
Robinson returns for the Plugs.
Plugs will try to deny this out of bounds play and turn up the pressure a little bit. Blessing Bambo pressuring this guard here. Blessed's a good defender. He'll put a little pressure on him there. Banked in by Willis. Devin Robinson getting fouled. He had a nice game last night.
Balance on the Chargers to 32. Paul Lucan. Substitutions, number 4, Derek Kirsch back in, along with number 24, Nate McCoy.
You know, you look at the Plugs right now playing with all underclassmen. 5 underclassmen on the floor. Bodes well for the future.
Yeah. Well, with Cale Bennett out, we only have 2 seniors on the playing roster right now.
Yeah. Devin Robinson misses a 3 there. He can make that shot, though. I've seen him shoot it before. He's kind of streaky out there, but Wes has got to be careful here not to get a foul 90 feet from the basket. Good move.
Less than a minute. Northmont takes the lead 15-13.
Plugs are getting in their offense here. Looks like they're switching these ball screens. Plugs need to try to slip one of them here.
I think we're doing a better job of reversing the ball than what we did last night. Last night ball got stuck on one half the floor and it limited our movement. But tonight, this possession by itself, we've gone back and forth probably 4 or 5 times.
Got to make the defense move.
Yeah.
You talk about how many times you get the ball swinging, how many times you can get your feet in the lane touches. Lesson Bambo spinning a layup.
Quite a shot.
Yes, it was.
That was a good possession, the last possession we had. That one needs to be filmed and watched. Here's what happens, as you said, when you get the defense to move back and forth.
And without Nate, that's what they need to do. They need to take their time, move the basketball, work the ball around, make the defense continue to move and rotate and help. And eventually that'll create an open jump shot or a bad closeout in a driving lane.
Make no mistake about it, we do need Nate Metallic on the floor, but when he went out, we were down 9-6. We scored 9 points there when he was on the bench. So I think that's a good sign. When he comes back in, and when he's able to come back in, can do nothing but help.
Yeah, this is going to be tough for Coach Bennett. How long do you sit him?
Well, coaches have, again, different philosophies on that too. Some coaches, once you pick your second foul up, you sit the rest of the half. I think it depends now how the game goes. I wouldn't be surprised if he got back in the game, because sometimes you're going to have to learn how to play with fouls too.
Yeah, and I think
both of his fouls were almost identical, and he's back in the game right now, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah. So you got to learn to do that. You got to learn how to play like that, and continue to play hard. But sometimes fouls just, I don't want to say accidental, but they just happen. But sometimes you can avoid them. So.
Well, I think you got to trust your senior here and see, especially early in the year, see if this is something that he can play through. And I'm sure he'll play him in a 3 or 4 minute spurt and then try to get him back down and see what the score is. Landon short on the wing. Plugs are in a 5 open offense here.
I think Nate got hit in the face earlier on that possession.
Oh, Camden Bennett blocked. Three by Kirsch. He shot quite a bit. He doesn't have a bad looking shot for a left-handed kid. All left-handed kids seem like they shoot the ball pretty well.
I got a friend that would attest to that.
So would my brother, unfortunately.
On the year, though, he was only hitting 1 for 12 before today. So, but again, that's a small sample size.
He's probably shot 3 or 4 already. He's let a few go.
Yeah.
Timeout by Coach Bennett. Full timeout.
You were discussing free throws, and again, a lot of different philosophies on it. I remember Henry Bibby used to shoot free throws off center. He'd be about 3 feet to the left of the little nail hole in the floor, and it would look weird. But those, again, it doesn't matter how you could shoot them over your head. If they go in, who cares? But I was talking about a coach at Valparaiso many, many years ago. His name was Virgil Sweet, and he developed a system, a method of shooting that they started at a very young age in the grades. And all of his players would, every time they shot, would shoot this. 1 year, Valparaiso High School team shot 85%. So that was a philosophy of we're going to do. That was very important to him, and then I think every coach would say yes, free throws are very important, but he took it to that extreme, and to this day, I believe Valparaiso High School still shoots that same method. Robbie Hummel played there, was a tremendous shooter. If you remember him shooting at Purdue, they kind of bring it to the side, but very few schools do that. But I just think you got to shoot in the summer. You got to shoot many.
I think you're exactly right. There's no magic potion,
no,
is there?
No, and it does come down to confidence. You know, after Landon hit that free throw, he comes down the floor and hits a three-pointer.
Good rebound by Creighton Bennett.
There's all sorts of things you can do with that then too within your team. You can keep track on the board of who's hit the most in a row, and kids take pride in those sorts of things when they see their name on the wall, whether it's weightlifting or whatever. How many times they were able to hit, I don't know, 45 out of 50 or whatever. There's just, I think you got to put motivation in with it as well. And some schools, they come in and shoot in the mornings before school.
Yeah, we used to do that when you were
did.
coach. I remember you coming on always on game day mornings, shoot free throws. Bugs are putting North Mont almost in the bonus here. That'll be nice. We can get them in the bonus. Yeah, we are in the bonus. Cody Finner's allowed for the 1-1.
At the line shooting for Speedway.
Wait. Could be a big difference getting that free throw line this early in the half. I know a lot of teams, a goal is always to make more free throws than what the opponents shoot.
It was one of Bob Knight's big goals. I remember reading that in his books.
Yep.
Finners makes both of them. He's a good shooter, though.
Yep.
Devin Robinson picking him up full court. Bugs got to stay locked in here.
Yeah, when a team is this patient and they've hit some shots, you don't want to get too far behind.
No. Good layup.
It's a scrappy team.
Yes, it is. But you said it earlier. It's a community that loves their basketball team. You know, we played them in football. They played really hard. I wouldn't expect anything else, really. And they've seen a few go in. That helps you, too.
And they are trying to push it. They're patient on the half court. I think it's a good timeout by Coach Bennett. These are the kind of teams that, and I know it's early in the game, this wouldn't occur now, but it looks to me like they could be a really patient team with 5 minutes to go if they were up by 6 or 8 or 10 points.
Yeah.
The Chargers in their history have won 11 sectional titles. Their heyday was in the years from 2006 to 2009 when DJ Bird played there. DJ was a really good player at Purdue, I think, not certain, but I think he's an assistant coach now at Mercer University. At least he was last year. I think he still is.
He had a big three-pointer to beat us one of those years.
I talked to Coach Bennett about that last night. He might have been a freshman or sophomore, and we were up by 2.
Yep.
And we lost by 1 point.
Yep, I was there on the bench. I remember pretty vividly. They set a little ball screen, and he slipped and popped, and he hit a nice shot, and it was at their place, and you talked about their crowd.
Oh, yeah. I remember that game well. I was there as well. DJ Bird was a very good player. And he's one of those that when he got to Purdue, he was a big scorer in high school, but he learned his role at Purdue and was very successful. Nice move. Good move.
Job. Good step through by Landon.
And short for 2.
They are getting the ball down quick.
Number 22, Cameron Illo with the basket.
That's about the third time, Shayna, we didn't get back on defense very quick. And as a coach, that would be one thing that would be irritating to me, and because that's just a matter of sprinting back.
Yeah, I can't tell. It looks like we want to pressure them a little bit, and we're kind of in between whether we should come up and press or sprint back. And, that's tough on the coaching staff where, you do something one night and then the next day you're trying to play the opposite way because it gives you a better advantage.
We talked about that at length. They're doing a great job of spacing the floor. If you looked right there, that was a quick shot. Players in the corners.
Landon for 3. Misses it. Northmont coming. Yeah, Northmont pushed the ball pretty well.
Yeah, they are.
Then they settle down, and now they're going to start running their stuff. Hardwick out top. Pull up jumper, back rims it. Landon short on the wing. Graydon for 10, good shot.
Grayson for 2.
Having the luxury of being in the bonus this early, would really like to see us get the ball inside a little bit and draw more fouls.
Yep, timeout by them. Good to see Creighton make one of those, mid-range jumpers. He made 3 or 4 last night.
He did.
Played pretty well.
To start the game, he did.
Yeah.
Speedway went up last night 20-6. Later this year, actually not real later, it'll be December 20th, we play Crawfordsville. And I always talk about North Montgomery, but Montgomery County, Crawfordsville, where supposedly basketball was first played in the state of Indiana. And all the schools out there, you go over to Lebanon, Thorntown, those schools, I think they won several state championships way long ago. But it means a lot in that area, the history, the traditions they have.
Yeah, those are great places to go play basketball games. Some great gyms, cool atmospheres. And I've never been down. I'd love to go down to southern Indiana and see some games down there. It's one thing coaching up here for a long time, I'd like to head down and see a Bar Reeve, North Davies game, or I've heard about it for years.
Lagodi, that is one of the toughest sectionals. Of course, as we talked last night, North Davies moved up this year, but Orleans has a really good basketball team. There's 4 or 5 teams in that sectional that are always any one of them could win.
Yeah,
a lot of those places you don't get the athletic ability that you get where we're at, but you get players that know how to play.
Dyson with a miss. Nate Metallic with the rebound. Attacking, got to be careful there. Yep, driving left. That may have been the reason why he missed the layup there. Foul on Creighton Bennett on the rebound. I was talking about, not North Montgomery, Bar Reeve, and they're pivoting. I heard they practice pivoting all the time. I've heard that from a few people that from down there, how well their kids pivot, reverse pivot, do all those little fundamental things really well.
There's 7 skills: run, jump, slide, pivot, pass, dribble, shoot. And if you work on those all year, you're going to be a pretty good basketball player.
Yeah.
Plugs
are trying to pick them up. Miss. Got to get the rebound here. Out of bounds, our ball.
3 minutes exactly to go till halftime. Northmont still leads 24-22.
You know, Nate Metallic's played this whole second quarter.
Yeah. I think if I got under perhaps a minute and a half, I would think about taking him out.
Maybe do some offense, defense subs there if
Yeah,
you can.
I would be.
Pulls up for three here, just as we were talking about him.
Yeah.
Back rims it.
Kelby Hardwood back in the game for the Chargers.
Hardwood comes back in for the Chargers. He's going to be guarded by Devin Robinson. They're going to get into their offensive pattern. Move the ball around a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised they're real patient this possession.
Yep.
Out of a timeout.
They're doing a nice job.
Plug strapped the ball screen, didn't get any help side there. Everybody got caught looking at their guy. Creighton Bennett, same thing on the other way. We missed the jump shot. Willis drives, travels.
Blessed Manlow checking into the game for the Plugs.
Nate Metallic brings the ball up the floor. Cody Finners with the drive.
Good move.
Good move.
Cody Finners with the drive and left.
Dig in here and get a stop, Plugs. Ooh.
Okay, they're doing a nice job of getting the ball within 4 or 5 feet of the basket. They're not very big.
No, they've caught us on a few trying to help and switch and trap, and they've done a good job of finding the open guy. Finners for three. Landon short driving. Devin Robinson his first two.
Devin Robinson for two. Landon short with the assist.
And I'm going to bet they're going to go for one shot.
I would guess
Maybe not.
they'll take their time.
I think this is something, I'm not saying they're going to do it here, but you get underneath 30, something a lot of teams do not do. And right now they're up 2. If you go to one shot, the worst you are is 2, could be 5. If you shoot quick and lose it, you might be down at halftime. So some people may not like this, but I am all for this. I think it's a wise, especially for their team. I think it's a wise move.
I think you're right, and especially this is the way they play anyway.
Yeah. That was a very good possession.
Yes, it was. Kirsch again. He's played well the first half. Metallic for a long three. Misses it.
And that's the end of the first half. The Northmont Chargers 30, Speedway Spark Plugs 26. We'll be back in a little bit with the talk about the first half. Welcome back, Pollard Gymnasium. It is halftime with Northmont leading Speedway 30-26. Shane, how's the scorecard look so far?
Well, Nate Metallic got those 2 early fouls. He ended up with 5 points in the first half unofficially. Cody Finners with 4. Landon Short leads the Plugs with 8. Devin Robinson with 2. Creighton Bennett with 2. Blessing Bambo with 2. And Camden Bennett with 3. The Northmont team is on fire compared to their first 2 games. But Jared Kirsch, we talked about him a little bit. He's leading the way with 9 points, the left-handed shooter. Zachary, number 5, has 5. Their leading scorer, Kelby Hardwood, going into tonight, has 4. Norman has 2. Willis has 2. Enlow has 2. And McCoy has 2 for the Chargers.
Well, I would guess at halftime, one of the topics was we're going to have to tighten up defensively. Northmont's doing a great job of moving the basketball side to side, getting it inside. It hits some shots that they don't. And that's the other thing I talked to Coach Bennett about. Sometimes when you've only played 2 games, the sample size is so low, you have no idea. I remember one year we played Franklin Community, and one of their players that had 40 points in the game earlier in that year. And at that time, you didn't have a lot of access to the huddle and all the things that you have on internet, although you could check the star for scores. Well, to find out, that was a major outlier in the season. He was only averaging like 7 a game for some reason one night. But this early, you don't know. So going by what has happened previously, but we need to tighten it up defensively. We need to be deny the ball inside a little bit more. They're getting the ball way in deeper than they should be.
I think I think we wanted to be aggressive, and now maybe we just try to play sound, not double team, not trap, keep them in front of us, and just say, hey, look, let's try to have them earn it.
Good point.
I think earlier we were trying to speed them up a little bit, and we may have got ourselves in some bad positions.
Good point.
We get a turnover there. Good first defense of the series. Nate Metallic drives, misses, gets his rebound, put it back in.
Right back up.
Misses again, gets fouled.
Keep your head up. Good. Yeah, no kidding. Coach Murley's up clapping. I agree.
Really good defense possession there.
Yep. Sometimes you start off a game and the team you're playing is completely different than last night, and coaches. And sometimes you get a little bit, as you were talking about there, a little bit antsy. You do some things to try to rush, try to get ahead too fast, and maybe that's what we were doing. So I completely agree with what you just said about just play basic and let's make them earn.
Yep, we pick them up here full court, good. And now, like I said, a little token pressure, back up. Now just keep them in front, stay sound, make them make contested jump shots. Northmont being patient, moving the ball around. Getting a legal screen.
Neither team in the game so far really has had a streak of points like the ones that we saw last night. This might be the kind of game where, hopefully it's us, but somebody gets an 8-0 run or a 10-2. Northmont in a little bit of a zone that time, I believe first time.
Yeah, first time 3-2 zone there. Got to attack the baselines there.
And get back. In the end of the game, we'll look back on that foul. That may not have been a bad foul because that was a wide open layup.
I think that was a very good foul.
Yeah.
Zachary bringing it up, gives it to Hardwood.
Boy, he's hitting the
Hirsch. Yes, he is.
Again, I'll repeat, in the first 2 games, he was 1 for 12.
He's got 12 so far. Turnover by the Plugs. Metallic got a little indecisive there.
I believe this matches Northmont's biggest lead of the night at 5.
I believe you're right.
And again, I don't want to be behind these guys with 4 minutes to go in the game, right?
No, just like that last possession of the first half.
Yeah.
They can give you some problems there. Doing a nice job this possession, being patient.
We're playing their game right now.
Yes, we are.
They're complete. I can tell you, the coach, this is how he would draw it up before a game. Good hands.
Dyson's taking it out. He's their quarterback on the football team. He's a very good football player. Holy cow, we could not stop him this year.
I can tell by looking at him he's a football player.
He's a quarterback, though. He's a load to bring down, throws the ball well. He's a good kid. He's posting up inside against Short there. Draws the foul on Short.
You know, once he got about 15 feet away, you don't need to be fronting him out that far. Just slide underneath him. Underneath the basket, you have to, but Landon was working hard, which he should be doing, but
got to work with your feet.
Exactly. Once he gets to where he's at right now, it's like you don't need to be fronting a player out deep.
No.
Or that far out.
Yep. And get your hands off of him, use your feet, and release. You know, sometimes you get in that pushing match instead of just releasing and moving your feet. Dyson with the ball underneath the basket. Misses, Landon Short with a rebound. Pushing the ball up the wing, Cody Finners. Skip past to Devin. Driving, pull up, jump. A tough shot. Good shot.
Quick, getting down the floor.
Yeah, they're running a little sideline break, it looks like. They're pushing the ball up the sideline really quickly.
And you mentioned earlier, pushing it down the floor, but if they don't get it, they're in no hurry.
They're a little flex action there. 5.
See right there, that I know it was a three-pointer, but the success of that play came from the pass inside and spitting it back out.
Yes, it is. He shot that with confidence. They're playing with some confidence right now.
Playing rhythm defensively, that's what you want to be able to do. You want to wreck rhythm. And
Metallic for 3. Good drive and kick there. You know, same concept there. Devin Robinson gets in the lane, kicks it out. They come right back. Kirsch with another 3. Answering every bucket we get right now. Metallic brings it up. Swings it to Short. Short drive and kick. Finners with the pull-up, misses Short. Hardwood driving to the left wing. Now they're going to settle in. You can kind of see it, how they just kind of stop. Okay, we didn't get anything.
Wow.
Layup from Norman.
I'd be tempted to.
Tough shot, good shot by Metallic there. Five, lets it go again. Zachary with his 3rd 3 of the night.
Okay, you may or may not believe this, but coming into this game, he was 1 for 10 from 3 points.
He's shooting them with confidence right now.
Yes, they are.
Metallic for 3, misses it. We're getting into it.
Yeah, this is
Dyson with the left-hand jump hook, misses. Need a bucket here. We need to take our time and get a good shot here, not force.
Yep. You're not going to get 9 points on one possession.
Backdoor by Metallic. Bennett, swing it. Missed by Finners.
Offensively right now, too, a little bit shaky.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to ask you a question here. You've asked me a couple of questions, and maybe they thought they were getting tired, but they've had a really good run here. And I'm not always certain why coaches call timeouts when they're on a good run. I see it more and more in the last couple of years from a lot of different coaches, and I don't always get that. And they may be getting tired. I'm sure he has a reason for what he did, and maybe they haven't won a game. Perhaps he's saying, look, guys, we're 2 minutes to the quarter. Let's make sure we stay where we're at, and that could be part of the reason too.
I think this is kind of what we talked about last night. I think this is no disrespect to the younger players and generation. I don't think they understand time and situation very well and score. And sometimes coaches take this time out to tell them, hey, you're up 9. Now we can do the things we want to do. Let's get a good look here. Let's be really patient. Let's dig in, because sometimes kids are just playing. They're just playing. They're playing loose. They're shooting the ball loose. And I think he may be using it. I don't know, if Coach Arnold's that way right now.
I'm going to tell you what, that is a great point, and I'll tell you why I say that is because Coach Painter, Purdue, was talking about that last year. I heard him somewhere. And he was talking about no disrespect to AAU. There's some good things. But he goes, most of the AAU games, players have zero idea of time and score. And the point you just bring up is a really good one and probably is correct because they don't.
Yeah.
And they don't understand. Okay, we got 2 minutes here. We got 9 points. It's and again, I'm not being critical of the AU, but you know how that is.
Yeah,
you
it is.
play 7-8 games in a day or 6, whatever, and you lose track. You have no clue what the score, the time, the factor.
You're just playing.
Yeah. So your answer to my question is a very good one. You're probably right. We went to a good move by Coach Bennett, a little bit of a 1-3-1 here.
Yep.
Yeah, switching it up.
1-3-1 zone, changed things up. We didn't see that last night. No. I don't know if we've seen that all year. I've been to all the games. Vitalik gets in the lane, pull-up jumper. He can just stretch out and shoot over everybody.
You got to take it upon yourself.
When you're as good as he is,
exactly.
Bigger, if he can get to his spots, you're really not going to contest it. It's just whether or not he's going to make it. Another rush 3, good rebound, landed short.
Get another one here.
Good, getting your feet, jump stop, kick it.
Oh, wow, got a break there.
Yes, we did. Devin Robinson, 2. Picking up our energy a little bit.
Yeah.
When we get a couple baskets, that's usually what happens.
Yeah, the other downside of calling a timeout like that is many times teams will change defenses.
They should.
Yeah. He traveled.
Yes, he did.
I hate to do the refereeing up here, but I'm only 100 feet from it. And I got glasses on, so.
Our 1-3-1 zone's getting them out of their rhythm. That's good call by Coach Bennett there.
Foul number 30, Blessing Bedlow.
Plugs go man out of bounds under. It's hard to play a 1-3-1 out of bounds under. We are not matched up.
Yep. Nope. Straight up.
Rebound it, pull it. Good. Plugs get the rebound. Attack, turned over.
This will be one shot, I can guarantee you.
We're back in 13, though.
Yeah.
1-3-1, we may speed them up a little bit. Blessing Bambo on the points done a good job being really active. Down to 5 seconds here. Hardwood for 3, misses. Get it up, Camden.
Got it.
Oh.
All right, end of the third quarter. Northmont leads 44-39. Those last 4 points we scored in the quarter there were really important. The 1-3-1, I think, changed it, as you said. It'd be interesting to see what Coach Bennett has planned coming out here in the fourth quarter. If we're going to stay in that, at this point, I think I would.
I think I would too.
I don't think we have not pressed much yet today. Of course, you got to score before that can occur.
As much as they've done a good job pushing the ball up the floor, I almost like the half-court trap better than a full-court press. And Bambo's done a great job on the point, harassing them a little bit. Metallic got 9 that quarter. He got going a little bit. I think you keep feeding him and having him get to his spots.
Absolutely.
And so it's going to be an exciting fourth quarter. I'll tell you that. We're going to get our money's worth.
Yep. Speedway will have possession to begin the quarter. And again, I'll repeat, I just don't want to get too far behind these guys because I do not have any access to, maybe I do, 2 turnovers on this season. It looks like in 2 ball games they had 45 turnovers. They're not playing like that tonight or today.
No, they Plugs are moving the basketball. Good job moving the ball, getting the ball side to side here. Good drive by Landon. Ooh, just misses it.
Yep. Get a stop.
Plugs are
Something that's kind of hard to do is play 1-3-1 immediately after
a miss.
But
yeah.
We did.
We got turnover. Yeah, it's hard to get set, get back into it. I always hate trying to call an out of bounds play here when you're all the way.
It's the worst
in the corners.
Worst spot you can have it. Have the ball inbound.
At this point, you just want to get it in almost.
Yeah.
Someone needs to help Bambo here. Good. Robinson back out top. Landon with an and one.
That helps. That's 6 in a row now for Speedway.
Just missed that last layup too.
Yep. And we'll see what happens here. If Landon can knock this one down, we'll see what's in store defensively. Whether I wouldn't be opposed to continue to do what we've been doing.
They're playing 13 or 1-3-1 here. You can see it. Landon's all the way, or
that's it.
Metallic's all the way back. He's playing that back part of that 1-3-1 zone, and they're back in it.
7 unanswered points.
Good. It's okay. You get kids catching the ball spots they don't want to. Dyson's not a scorer. Missed by Zachary.
2 down. This is be good to get ahead here, tied, and it.
Oh, just missed it. Good move by Metallic.
Yep. Got to get back.
Yes, we do.
Everybody's got to get back. Everybody's got to go to the boards.
That's a heat check shot by Kirsch.
Yeah.
That's a shot I would take.
Yeah, I may agree with that.
There wasn't a shot I didn't like, but that was
But you know what? I mean, it's a tough foul.
Yeah. That's okay. Side up.
Yep.
It's gonna be out of bounds under. Plugs need you right at that line here. We need to keep this.
Yeah.
Staying. Ooh, good hands by Bambo. Ooh.
In case people are wondering, officials are in the court of play, so
yeah,
anything that hits them is live ball. That's the 6th foul on the spark plugs.
Yeah, Landon did a nice job of staying in front. Just didn't need to reach there. He was, like I said, Dyson is not a scorer for them. He's a big, strong body. He's going to swing the ball. In fact, when me and Coach Bennett were talking about him as a football player, I said he was left-handed, and Coach Bennett said, I don't know, he hadn't shot. I said, well, he's left-handed. Kirsch missed 3.
I'm going to knock on wood here and hope that water's starting to find its level here, because they've knocked down some big shots so far.
It's going to be a grinded-out type of game.
Yep.
Stay in front of him, Landon. Good defense. We need to get the rebound. Good rebound by Metallic.
Let's get one here.
Yep. Kick it. Metallic with a miss.
I think Nate was frustrated. I think Nate thinks he's getting fouled, and he might very well be. When he swiped to steal it, you could tell it was beginning. I thought, but fortunately, that's his 3rd foul. But little frustration, I think.
Yep, and that's what Northmont wants. That's their style.
And that happens.
Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Dyson with his first free throw.
You know, when you're 0-2, and both teams are 0-2.
Yeah.
You kind of get that urge, like, guys, we got to get this one. And right now, get in there.
Nope, missed it. He knew it. He went right after it. Good look for Finners, though.
Yep.
Just got.
Lead is 3 with about 5 minutes to go.
Plugs are back in their 1-3-1 zone here. Oh, no. That's the 4th on Nate, too.
Nate Metallic with the foul. McCoy at the line.
That puts McCoy shooting. They say he was going up there 2 shots there.
1-1.
1-1.
Yep.
That's one of those tough ones. He was going to shoot it.
Yeah, that's one of those where you've got to throw it up.
Yeah.
And it would have mattered.
Oop, I think I got some technical difficulties.
Foul number 24, Nate McCoy.
5:01 remaining. Northmont still leading 45-42. Blocking foul.
Nate McCoy with the foul.
Still not in the bonus. There's 16 foul on North Montgomery.
Norman back in the
Bonus for both teams going the rest of the way. That'll matter down the stretch. Who's going to make their free throws?
Yep.
Plug still only trail by 3. You're right. Yep. This is another big possession for us. We need to take our time, move the ball around, get a good look here. Nate with a pull-up jump shot.
Good.
Makes it.
Metallic for 2.
A little bit. I know we want to be aggressive, but I don't think we want to put them at the line.
No, we don't want to do that. Missed by Kirsch.
Yep.
Yep, was in and out. That was a close one. Camden Bennett with the drive. Charge.
Camden Bennett with the charge. Zachary returns.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and look here because I
Camden's playing the point of the 1-3-1 zone now. Missed it.
We're getting kind of lucky on those.
Yes, we are.
2 or 3 times they've passed. Good timeout. 2 or 3 times they've got the ball right in the middle on a 1-3-1, which they shouldn't be able to do.
You know, the 1-3-1, unless you play it a lot, it's a law of diminishing returns. You know, North Mont's starting to find the angles to attack. They've hit that diagonal pass to the block a couple times. You know, we're getting really aggressive out top with it. But I do like it. It's been really good for us, and it's got them out of their rhythm. They've got some good looks, but have been able to play their style, and they're slow, and maybe they've rushed a few shots or had guys shoot it in positions that, you know, that they're not used to.
Law of diminishing returns, spoken by a social studies teacher. But you're right. You know, I heard a coach one time talk about the 1-3-1 zone and how they attack it. And they say they do try to, if it's not trapped, and they do try to go to the corner, because when the ball goes to the corner, it turns into a 2-3.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, you reverse as fast as you can. You try to attack it as a 2-3 if you can get it reversed that fast. But his reasoning was very good, I thought.
Yeah, I always thought about, you know, obviously diagonal pass against the 1-3-1 zone. If you can pass fake and get it moving and get it moved, that diagonal pass can be there either as a skip for a 3 in the short corner or from the wing to the opposite block. Set for the Plugs, trying to get Nate a shot here. Ooh. Out of bounds on Camden Bennett.
You know, I think right now.
Don't foul. Gets the steal by Camden. It's close. I thought maybe we were going to get a reach-in foul there.
Take it easy, guys. We're only down 1. Take it easy. Relax. Take a breath. That's the guy I want to shoot it right there.
Short.
I know it didn't go in, but I want him shooting.
I do too. And we got the ball moving around a little bit.
Wow.
You know, the nice part about that shot was we had the ball swinging around, then Nate shot it. Wasn't Nate trying to create on his own there?
Correct.
Big free throws for Landon. Come on, Short. Shoot him with some confidence here. Yep. Step up. Good job. Makes the first one.
I will tell you that if he hits this free throw, it'll be our first lead since a minute 47 of the first half.
Jinxed him.
But it's a little bit different situation now. We got a tie score.
Score.
We can.
Camden needs to see that's where.
Yeah.
You could see that coming last possession. He's been great. Him and Babenbow have been great on the top of the zone, but got to know when to back off.
That's exactly right.
Dyson was 1 of 2 from the foul line earlier in the year, or earlier in the game. Makes the first one. Misses the second. Oh, and we give up a layup off the offensive rebound.
Zachary for 2.
Should be White.
Yes, white ball. Good hustle by Devin Robinson.
Yeah, you can tell right now, I think he's a little frustrated. And it probably has some good reason to be.
Yeah.
But it's easy to say, just can't let it affect you.
No, he's played through a lot tonight. He had 2 fouls early.
Yeah.
Came back, had a really strong third quarter. He's playing with 4 fouls now.
Yep.
Getting to that spot, I like that shot for him.
Yeah, I do too. I thought he had the steal.
I did too.
Good idea. Good idea.
This is exactly what you talked about right here.
Yeah,
this is down 3, 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
We're in our 1-3-1 zone, so we're going to.
I think eventually, and your comment about diminishing returns was, I think, correct. Sometimes they're good for a short period of time, or I think we probably are going to have to match up here in a little bit.
You know, yeah, we're going to start looking about,
matchup man.
Matchup and maybe.
That's what I meant, matchup man.
Yeah. I think you're going to have to, and I think you're going to.
And I don't think we're going to be able to wait until a dead ball. Because I don't think they're in any hurry to do anything. 1:45 to go. Plugs are down by 3.
I think you're going to have to maybe foul Dyson here. They shot a 3 in the corner. Holy cow. Zachary with a big 3 in the corner.
That was a huge one.
I was just saying, I think we had to start thinking about fouling. Metallic misses another pull-up jump shot. We're going to have to foul now.
Yeah.
Foul Dyson. I think you got to foul 11 or.
Yeah, let's see. I do have the free throw, although none of the stats have been.
Hardwood. Oh, turns it over. It's us. Oh. North Mont ball.
You know what? In the first 2 ball games this year, they shot a total of 8 foul shots in the first 2 games. So they've not been to the line very often either.
No, I know that 11's 2 for 4. The way that Kirsch and Zachary have shot the ball, I wouldn't foul them today. Yep. And then Hardwood being their leading scorer, I'd try to stay away from him.
Well, we got a minute to go. Plugs down 6.
We're in the double bonus too, so they're going to get 2 shots with every foul. I think you maybe, 1 trap and then foul afterwards or something like that.
You can't wait now. The way they're handling the ball and maybe get a 5-second count.
Yes, we're close here. We're close.
Yeah, I think I'm fouled right away.
Yeah, they tried to foul Dyson. They didn't get it done. Hardwood is going to shoot 2 here. Said he was their leading scorer at 11 points per game coming into tonight. Zachary and Kirsch have led him offensively, though. Makes the first one. Makes both. Devin Robinson for 3. Makes a big shot.
I think I'm fouling immediately. Maybe.
Yep.
Nate can't foul. All right, top 3 off 3.
Yeah, big shot by Robinson there. Puts Zachary on the line. He has not shot a free throw yet tonight. He shot the ball well.
Yeah, on the season, this is first free throw of the season.
Knocks down. It's always easier when you double bonus. You shoot that first one with a lot more confidence.
Yep.
Makes them both 4 for 4.
Step right up there and hit him. Kudos to the.
Nate looking for a foul there. Gets his own rebound, puts it back in. Plugs are down 5.
Tell you what, it's going to be couldn't close to 5 seconds.
Nate can't foul.
No, somebody's got to. Like you got to foul right. Yeah. There's a kind of an art to, not an art, but fouling intentionally and going for the ball. Now, at this point, we got a foul. The players, that's something you can practice, too. I mean, some guys think you just have to go up and grab them. Well, you don't. You can foul them hard, and you might be lucky and not get the foul call and get the steal.
Get a steal, yeah.
Yeah. But in that case, Camden, we really had no – there we go. We didn't have a choice there.
No.
All right, if we can miss. Still less than 2 possessions down.
Yeah, and you got Nate Metallic who's going to get down there. He's going to get a good look, or for himself or someone else here pretty quickly. Then you take time out and see what you got. Got to attack early here. Ball screen to Nate. Swing. Landon drives. Good dump off.
Get it. Oh, I thought maybe
I thought maybe, yeah, I thought so.
Number 2, short, with the assist.
Thought maybe we got an and one there.
I did too.
Do we have a timeout left? I wonder if we have a timeout left.
I don't know.
I don't know either. We took a couple early.
Seems like good announcers would keep track of that.
We should. I was just thinking the same thing. Yeah. I have to put that on this sheet. I told you I struggle with that as a football coach. I have it on a sheet. I have everything on my play call sheet. I have everything from timeouts to score situations and whether or not I should go for 1 and 2. I can't. It's hard to think in the middle of all of it going on.
Well, you got to go for the 5 count and foul now. Get a 5 count. Chip.
Tibbet. Oh,
wow.
It's a good part about always throwing the ball to the other end of the floor.
Yep. And that ends the game. Final score, North Montgomery 56, Speedway 52. We'll be back with the scoring and a few post-game comments in just a minute. Welcome back. Pollard Gymnasium tonight, this afternoon actually, where North Mont Chargers have defeated Speedway by a score of 56-52. Plugs could never get on track of that game. Their last lead of that game was about a minute. I think I mentioned this earlier. A minute 47 to go in the first quarter. So we played the last 3 quarters at least playing from behind, and that's never easy. What kind of scoring do we have tonight, Shane?
Nate Metallic led the way with 18. I thought he had some good looks. Played through some fouls. Cody Finners ended up with 4. Landon Short with 11. Devin Robinson got going a little bit in the second half with 8. Creighton Bennett ended with 2. Bambo ended with 2, and Camden Bennett unofficially ended up with 3. The Chargers were led by Colton Zachary, number 5, the 5'8" senior. He had 18 points with 13 of them coming in the second half. Jared Kirsch, the left-handed shooter, streaky shooter, as Coach Bennett told us about, ended up with 15. Hardwood ended up with 6. Dyson ended up with 2. Drew Norman with 4. Enlow with 2. And McCoy with 2 unofficially. Willis had 2 unofficially, too. So.
Well, it was a game where we couldn't get ahead, and they played well. Get hats off to North Montgomery. They moved the basketball well. They came in hungry. They were probably really disappointed in their first couple of games. Offensively, didn't look anything at all like what the statistics coming into the game were. It's a big win for them, and for us again, I think probably disappointment. Just from this, you got to be disappointed just from the standpoint of how hard we played last night. Not saying we didn't play hard. Sometimes playing hard it's mental and physical. It's just not how much sweat you've let on the floor. And we were a step behind, I think, in a couple, especially in our defense tonight. Just not quite up to where we had to beat this team. And as we talked, the longer we stayed behind them, the tougher it was going to be. We actually had a chance late, if I remember. I think we tied the ball game up. We never
missed a free throw.
Yep. It was my fault because I put the jinx on it. But that was with 3:11 to go in the game. It was tied up at 45 all or 46 all, I believe. So we'll go on, and I know Coach Bennett will have them practicing this week hard. And next week we got another doubleheader at home. We got Monrovia Friday night, which is defeat cancer night, I believe. And then a Saturday night, we got a really good Greenfield Central team coming in here. So
I think Friday night we have our I think Friday night we have something else going on. I've talked to Coach Ben about it when he comes up.
Yeah, please do, because he always likes to inform it. And I think you're right. I think I'd heard that somewhere.
The Unified game. I think we have the
Unified.
I'm pretty sure we have the Unified game.
We do.
That's a great night.
I'll tell you,
holy cow.
Last year, I can remember exactly. We had that a game against Crawfordsville, and I thought it was one of the coolest things I saw in the entire basketball season. It was so much fun. And
it'd be nice. Brian Avery, the old AD, will be back in the house for that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We should probably get him up, maybe ask him some things
Absolutely.
about ISSA.
We will.
I think we should do
I'll
that.
try to get hold of him this week and maybe talk about his new career and post-retirement here from Speedway High School. Great call. Great call.
He looks good. I talked to him this fall a couple times. He seems happy and seems to be really liking what he's doing. That unified sports is something really special that schools do, and on these nights are probably some of the best nights of the year, like you said. So I'm looking forward to Friday. I am too.
All right, we'll be back with some words from Coach Bennett here in just a minute.
I'm here with Coach Bennett after a tough loss to the North Montgomery Chargers, 56-52. Game that you led early, the first minute or two, and then spent the whole night fighting back. Tell us your thoughts on the game, Coach Bennett.
Well, as happy as I was before the game about our effort in practice all week and our effort last night in a loss, I'm probably as disappointed in our effort, especially to start the game. I talked before the game about the fact that they had some trouble scoring, some things like that, and we wanted to get up in them. We wanted to make sure we put some pressure on them. We didn't want to let number 4 get going and make some shots. Obviously, number 5 made a couple open shots. We knew 21 was going to go to the boards hard, but I thought they did a nice job of having a lot of effort. It was shocking for our kids to not have better effort, because usually we don't get outplayed no matter what the situation is, or out efforted, if that's a word. So that's the disappointment, especially again after the week of practice we had, the effort we gave last night. I know it's a whole different atmosphere, different kind of team, etc. But we've got to bring that energy. We've got to bring that ourselves. And if we did, I think you saw that spurt in the third, into the fourth, where we did change over to 13, which we really hadn't worked on, but it was just effort. I mean, and then especially the effort by Camden Bennett out on top. Just, he probably did foul those guys several times, but just his effort alone bugged them. And then that caused our offense to go up a little bit. But then, as the game wore on, we had a missed free throw rebound at the end where the score was tied, that we could have got that, and then they scored. So, just disappointing. So
yeah, it's to us up here is one of those games where it just had a weird vibe to it, and I thought the effort, obviously you're coaching and you know better than I do, I thought the effort was good. It just seemed like we could never quite get in a good rhythm or
we didn't
going.
get any 50-50 balls. They got all the 50-50 balls. Yeah. We didn't pull down some rebounds in some key situations, but when the ball is on the, and again, I point back to Camden Bennett. Well, he dove at half court, to go get the ball. They didn't call a foul. I think the officials were going to reward that kind of effort on a Saturday afternoon. But again, disappointing from the standpoint that I think our players, as much as they were totally bought in last night and all that, today they weren't quite as dialed in. And sometimes, I guess the first of the back-to-back that you played all year long, another team that you probably looked at their scores and know they're only scoring 30 points. And, so I mean, it's going to be a long weekend. But we talked to the kids, okay, look, we got to come back. We proved that last week when we had a conference opponent on Friday, we came back. We had 4 good days of practice. It's going to be an odd week from the standpoint that the JV goes and plays on the road on Thursday night, because it's a boy-girl doubleheader. But we do have something to keep working forward to. It's a conference game. We don't want to lose another game in the conference. It's going to be a big night because it's coaches versus cancer night. It's also our unified game. Coach Murley's running our unified game. So that's going to be a great night for the community. You come out and watch the girls and the boys team play. And so it'll be a great crowd. So that'll be good energy, and I'm sure our effort's going to be much better. I know the way these kids will respond. Yeah,
we were talking about that unified game being such a special night here at Speedway, and how cool it's been the last few years we've had it. We talked about maybe we'll get Brian Avery back here. And I
actually sent him, since he's unified, he's actually already officiating that night.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
Oh, so we were hoping to interview him and get him up here a little bit.
But he's in his new position, so he's kind of dabbling back into officiating a little bit. So, but yeah.
Okay, well, looking forward to seeing you guys bounce back and watching the girls play. Friday against Monrovia, I was talking to Coach Hoja. He was here scouting, and they've had a rocky start with their semi-state football run, and he said they're trying to get their going a little bit. They lost Cascade last night, so looking forward to Friday. I know everyone will be here, big crowd for the girls and boys doubleheader. I want to thank the Speedway TV crew, Brian Pierce, Emma Pierce, Henry Johnson, and say good night or good afternoon to everyone from Morris Pollard Gymnasium. We'll see you next Friday at 6 o'clock.